What is going on, guys? Game Mystic here today, and right now, this is just some gameplay I've been doing. I think I'm gonna start doing maybe some how-tos. I'm not for sure, maybe, but I'm gonna be doing quite a bit of some Final Fantasy 15. And right now, basically, what you're gonna want to do, you're gonna start up this quest. It's a red in tooth and claw. I mean, this is gonna be how you get your chocobos. I don't know if you have to actually do both of them or not, but there's also another one, and I think that's actually the required one. But right now we're just gonna actually do the red and tooth and claw. So basically, you start up this. You want to be, I think, a recommended level of like 13. I'm actually like 21, I believe. And because whenever I first did this, I mean, actually it was a lot harder than expected. Uh, One thing that I definitely recommend is try to take them out one at a time. At first, I didn't know, I mean, I just literally hopped on this game when I was doing some of this gameplay, so I kind of forgot a little bit of what to do and kind of the abilities and stuff. So I did have to do some of that. Like, I actually had to figure out how to use the fire damage through this gameplay, because I literally forgot. I mean, you're not gonna actually see that, but that's what I had to do, and it was confusing for a second, but I did do it. And then so basically, a main thing is, I mean, I just had like a ton of potions. One thing that I really like to do in this game is to probably take the pictures. If you know what I'm talking about, there's this one guy. He's really fat. He literally looks like some little gerbil slash hamster or whatever. And if you go to him, can't remember where he's at, but I know for a fact, maybe I'll do a guide or something on it. Like, it's easy, quick money. I mean, I got like 5 grand, and about every time. And then my other time there was like 7 grand. So I mean, you get a good chunk of change. That's where it seems like a lot of your money comes from, is photography. But I mean, I'm not that far in the game, so I really don't know yet, and I've never actually watched anybody else. I'm just making the content. So yeah, so like me though, I just have a ton of health potions. I try to revive all my teammates because you always want your teammates' help, and I try to really use L1 as frequently as I can. That's what I would recommend, because that team support really does come in help, especially Gladius. I feel like he really does come in handy a whole lot. Or Gladiol. I always forget how you pronounce his name, but anyways, yeah, it's always really important to try to use teamwork, and you also get like I think higher ratings. I don't know if the ratings actually do anything, or if you get a AAA or not. I have no idea, because there are those ratings on this game. Not too for sure on that. Basically, you're just going to keep going against them, just fighting them. Make sure to block. Try to, like, I was rolling a lot, as much as I could, but I mean, there was times where they'd get me in the back, kind of like they just did there. And so, now you're pretty much done. I got B, B, and A, so. And now you're going to go ahead and you're going to head right back down there to where you were just at. You're going to turn in your mission right here, talk to the guy once again, and now you got your hunt completed, it, and you get a good chunk of change. I think about 2,000, yeah, 2,140 gil, and I think a little bracelet of some sort. I actually didn't bother looking at that, which I should have. But now we're gonna start up our next mission, and this is where it's gonna get probably a little bit tougher. Friends of the Feather. This is where we gotta locate Deadeye's den. I will say, this is actually cool. I wasn't expecting to face something this big just yet. And then when I did it, I was like, oh, that was like, it was really fun trying to do it. I kind of wish I would have knew how to use my pyromancy a little bit better, but I didn't. I completely failed. I actually know how to now, but when I was doing this, I was really stupid and just didn't know how. So kind of speeding up the video just a little bit. And I mean, you will see like this little tree, it's gonna crash, and that's basically gonna be the big behemoth monster, whatever, trying to, you know, trying to get you or whatever. I mean, that's, you're trying to find his den, and he's the one knocking down all those trees. So now we're gonna face these guys. You know, these guys, honestly, whenever I did this, it was like like, I can't remember. These things are like the same thing that we just faced. And they seem so much easier, and I don't know why. I think it's like whenever I did it my first time, they seemed a whole lot easier for sure. To me, they did anyways. I think just the fact that I already kind of knew their abilities and like what they do for the most part, so it was a little bit easier the second time. So I was just kind of going around seeing what I could find. Like, I'd go all the way in the back. Like, I felt like there was going to be stuff there. So I don't know if any of this stuff is actually near important. You guys don't have to go for that. But that's like, I was just literally picking up anything I could. Now, right here, you're actually going to come into cinematic. I didn't actually show that. I'm now on the other side of that. Basically, you go into cinematic and you see this big behemoth monster. It looks like a naked mole rat off of Kim Impossible or something. It's like really ugly with a freaking horn. So now what you're gonna do, you're actually gonna come into some sort of contact over here in this fog right here. Hang on, maybe it's not. Okay, my bad, guys. So, oh yeah, it's right here. So you jump the fence. Once you jump the fence, what you gotta do is basically you're gonna want to literally hide behind these rocks. And so I mean, it says, see, follow him, but do not alert him, because basically what you're trying to do is lure him into his den. Honestly, the reason why you try to lure him into the den is because you actually want to burn him with the barrels, because I guess the fire damage actually does a lot of damage. And that's something that I did not know. Well, I did sort of know, but I didn't actually know how to use the fire, so I feel really stupid, like I didn't know how to use pyromancy at all whatsoever. So I felt really stupid when I was doing this. So basically, I just did the old-fashioned way, just kicked his tail in a little bit, kicked his butt. So old-fashioned way with the sword, and just kind of using, the points or whatever that you can to hang off of, like those little rails that you can hang off of, and then I just go and just keep on attacking them that way for the most part. But as right here though, we continue to kind of go ahead, do a little bit of sneaky sneak, and you're gonna keep continuing up, going around these. It takes a little bit. Honestly, this is sped up just a little bit, that you can see. So basically, you just want to keep following them, Don't get too close though, because if you get too close, that will alert them, and then I believe, not for sure, but I believe you actually fail the mission, or maybe you just fight them right then and there. I don't know. I just went ahead and played it pretty much safe as I could. And so now you're done, and you're gonna go into this little area right here where you just gotta kind of crawl. What I don't get is how, okay, like these guys are right there. Like how do they manage to get right there? I mean, they're literally right there. They're already there. So basically, yeah, that's where you want to get your fire energy from. I already had like a ton, but the thing is, I was stupid and I didn't know how to like aim it and all that bull crap or whatever. Like, I didn't actually know what to do. I was just going around trying to use the pyromancy, but it didn't not work how I wanted it to. So now here's where you actually get your full confrontation, and this is where you're going to basically try to take them down. This is sped up a little bit, so just go ahead and enjoy some of the rest of this gameplay. It was, I'd say, I actually had to use quite a few potions. I mean, if you want to do it this way, you're going to just want to either use a lot of potions or try to stay back. Once I got to knowing his move set, it got a little bit easier for me. Like, it wasn't as bad, but at first I didn't know it. So like right there, you want to try to avoid his tail. Like, he'll give like this certain, like, you almost know it though when he goes to do this tail swipe move. I mean, you almost know it. See, there's where the fire was supposed to come in handy, which actually I should have lured him over into there, and that's what I should have done, because fire damage is like his weakness. I mean, it says even right there, detonate all the drums, you know, with fire to damage Deadeye. Honestly, I didn't do that. I just kept warp striking a ton of the times. I mean, I still took him out. It took me probably a lot longer than it should have. So that's why you should actually try to follow the actual directions or whatever, some sort. So basically this is all I kept doing. Just go ahead, warp strike. Keep doing this basically repetitively as much as I could. You know, the further he is, the further the distance, the more critical damage that you will do. So, I mean, right there, I got a 3.3. It was way better, because sometimes I'll get maybe like a 2.2. I mean, some of my stats are upgraded, so that could be a little bit of the reason why. And then, see, I got a little blind side. Try to go for the back, but remember to watch his tail, because you always do like getting that blind side damage, which will help. And what some of my recommended weapon is that I actually didn't use, I just ended up using the sword. But normally I like to use a Gladiolus sword. And I don't know, it just has like a ton more damage, just a little bit slower swinging. And then you also got the daggers. I guess I didn't actually have the daggers at this time, I don't think. But anyways, the daggers, I had them, and they seemed like they were really fast, like they were quick. But you use daggers against this guy, I feel like they won't do enough damage in time. So yeah, I don't know. My recording actually did just mess up just a little bit. I don't know what happened. You guys may not actually notice it, but I did. I had actually fixed it just a little bit. And I mean, this is like, you know, just keep doing this though. I can't even remember what I had said earlier, but for some reason this stupid like PlayStation app has been kind of, or PlayStation View, not PlayStation View. I'm getting that all mixed up. Anyways, SHAREfactory, there we go. It's kind of messing up right now on me. I don't know why. Ever since I had to re-download it, it's kind of been messing up a little bit. But okay, so that's basically it though. You've seen the gameplay, and that was pretty much it. You get about 3,000 gil, so that's quite a bit. That's a good chunk of change. And then you also get an amethyst bracelet. And so it's been your boy Gate Mystic. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Gate Mystic out. Peace.
Come on, Noct. Let's go for a ride.